Hey, family, you know what time it is. It's your girl, Alicia, your Millennial Empowerment Catalyst, coming to you on another episode of Leveling Up Your Confidence. It looks good on you. Today, we are talking about Don't Count Yourself Out, where we get to use this platform to inspire, encourage, and uplift young women around the world. Woo, woo, woo. Through our stories. Yes, through our stories, which can be someone's get up, sis, you are not alone, or hey, you can use my story as your survival kit. And today we have the amazing Precious Simone. Oh my goodness. When I tell you this is a powerhouse speaker, trust me, she is. So Precious Simone, she's an inner strength coach that works with individuals to help them overcome obstacles that blocks personal success. She believes in order for individuals to unlock the fullness of their potential, they must be willing to confront disempowering belief system and be relentless in their pursuit of personal growth. She's a best-selling author, master trainer, a certified life purpose coach, and a radio personality. She has also been featured in magazine. She's the host for an online talk show and a recent graduate of Les Brown Power Voice System. Woo! Precious, it's so good to have you here all the way in the Bahamas. Woo!
Yes, I'm so honored to be here. What a pleasure.
That is awesome. Now, going right into it, because I know we had a long day. So, on the topic, do not count yourself out. Can you share with us your story of do not count yourself out?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in the Bahamas. Hello, it's your girl, Precious Simone. Thank you so much, Delisha, for the introduction. I'm so elated to be here, and I'm so excited for the topic because how many of you all know? Pull in on me, come a little closer. How many of you all know we count ourselves out every single day? I once saw a quote that says, "Those who counted you out can't count." Listen, those who counted you out can't count, but listen, you can't count either because you keep counting yourself out. And how many times has a situation arise, a moment arise, the opportunity arise, and you dim your light, you shrink yourself, you pull back because you said, I'm not deserving, I'm not worthy, I'm not worth it, I'm not the one. Quit counting yourself out. I think of so many times in my life where I counted myself out. I counted myself out because of my background and my upbringing. I counted myself out because I said I did not have a father growing up. I counted myself out because I said nobody in my family went off to college and went off to school. I counted myself out because I said nobody else went that far. So how dare I swim that deep when nobody has shown me the way? I counted myself out because of my background and my upbringing. I counted myself out because I felt like I didn't have the resources. I counted myself out because I said my legs are not that long. How dare I go in that room? I counted myself out because of skin color. I counted myself out because of gender. I'm talking to somebody today. I counted myself out. I said, no, what do I have to offer in that space? Who am I that they would even listen to me? Who am I? Do they know what I've been through? Who am I? Why would anybody want to hear it? And one day, I said, why wouldn't they want to hear it? People need to hear about you overcoming. People need to hear about you growing up in a single-headed household. People need to hear about somebody never going off to college and you being a first-generation college student. People need to know that you graduated with honors. People need to know that even though all of the stacks was against you, you still overcame. And you have the ability to come up against everything that opposes you, everything that's in your background, everything that's in your upbringing that tells you that you can't do it. I told myself several times, why would they choose you? Counting myself out. I need you to put in the comment section, this is the last time I count myself out. Quit counting because you're counting incorrectly. If you don't include yourself, you've miscounted. I'm going to say it again. If you don't include yourself, you miscounted. Why wouldn't you choose you? Everything else I saw as an opportunity but myself. Guess what? I'm included in that number. And I need you to put that in the comment section. I'm included in that number. So the next time somebody wants to say, who should we choose on? Understand that you're included in that number. The next time a promotion presents itself, understand that you're included in that number. The next time a relationship, the next time an opportunity, the next time something gets in front of you, you say, I'm included in that number. I counted my own self out. Those people counted me out because I counted myself out. And the only way somebody can count you out is if you've already counted yourself out. I counted myself out for a number of reasons when I didn't even have to. When I understood it was something bigger on my life, when I had a greater meaning, when I had a greater purpose, when it was something else on the inside of me yearning to come out. And I kept saying, no, don't rise. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to see it. That's too hefty. That's too deep. That's too steep. That's too much. You have to get out of your own head and out of your own way. Don't count yourself out. I come from challenges. I come from brokenness. I come from heartache. I come from pain. I come from troubles. I come from situations. But I had to quit counting myself out because of them and started counting myself in because of them. You need to count yourself in. Say, I'm in.
Amen.
I'm in. I'm in. And this is the season of my life where I'm going to count myself in. I went through a tragedy and relationship and heartbreak, and I started counting myself out because I said, who's going to want to hear from me now because of that? Who's going to want to hear from what I have to do because I feel? Who's going to want to hear from me now because it didn't work out? Who's going to want to hear Precious's voice because of it? And guess what? One day, a moment hit me, and I said, I'm counting myself in. My voice matters in this situation. My voice matters to the broken. I'm going to count myself in to the hurting. I'm going to count myself in for the bruised. I'm going to count myself in for the broken. I'm going to count myself in for those who need to know that somebody made it on the other side. Listen to me. Count yourself in. You are disservicing yourself and everybody around you when you count yourself out. You are smacking God in the face when you count yourself out. You are smacking your purpose in the face when you count yourself out. You are smacking all of your God-given talents, abilities, and everything on the inside of you, and you smacking it in the face and cutting it off at the legs and at the knees when you count yourself out. Look, count yourself in this time around. When you see a situation arise, count yourself in. Say, I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. Delisha, say, I'm the one.
I'm the one.
I'm no longer counting myself out. I'm no longer moving myself out of the way. I'm no longer putting myself on the back burner. I'm no longer hitting the snooze button on me. I'm no longer hitting the snooze button on my dreams and on my abilities and on my purpose. I'm counting my dreams in. I'm counting my purpose in. I'm counting the direction of my life in. I'm counting my pain in. See, some people count their pain out. No, count your pain in this time around because someone needs it. Someone needs what's on your life. Someone needs the message in your heart. Someone needs the message in your spirit. So guess what? My background is counted in. My upbringing is counted in. My life is counted in. My storms is counted in. My pain is counted in. The divorce is counted in. The demotion is counted in. The promotion is counted in. I'm not counting myself out because there's nothing about my story that I can cut out. Listen, many people not going to the next level because they want to count parts of their story out. You can't go to the level of your next level without your whole story. Count yourself in. Everything about you needs to be counted in. So guess what? I'm bringing me. I'm bringing my personality. I'm bringing my energy. I'm bringing my trials. I'm bringing my disappointments. I'm bringing my setbacks. I'm bringing my adversities. I'm counting myself in. Guess what? You matter in this season of your life. You owe it to yourself to count yourself in. You owe it to the next generation. You owe it to the people around you to count yourself in because you will naturally show them how to liberate themselves and start counting themselves in at every turn. You are an opportunity, and don't you ever forget that. Your story matters. Don't you ever forget that. Your background matters and your upbringing matters. Don't you ever forget it. I don't care how unsavory. I don't care how messy. The world needs it because somebody needs to be liberated and redeemed through you. But how can they if you keep counting yourself out? Oh, how can they if you count your story out? How can they if you count your pain out? How can they if you don't count your triumphs in there? You got to count it in. Count it in. Because if you count yourself out, you've miscounted. You're not counting right. Your math's off. Your math is off. If you're not a part of the equation, your math is off. Okay? Count yourself in. I made a decision and I reconciled with inside of myself that I mattered, that my voice mattered, that my story mattered, that everything about me needed to be involved in what it is that I was going to be doing. And anybody I come on the screen, anything that I do, everything that I've gone through needs to be counted in. Somebody say, count yourself in.
Count yourself in.
Count yourself in. Don't count yourself out. Why not you?
Mhm.
Who else? Who Les Brown says, who else do you have in mind? Why not you? Why not your story? Why not your pain? Why not your disappointments? Why not your setbacks? Why not your frustrations? Why not your anger? Why not? Why not your story? Count it in. It matters. Count it in. It makes a difference. Count it in. Somebody needs it. Count it in. It's your time. Count it in. There's purpose in it. Count it in. There's direction in it. Count it in. We need you. So this is the last season that you count yourself out. I don't care if it's your background. I don't care if it's your upbringing. I don't care if it's a disappointment. I don't care what it is. Count it in. It matters and it's a part of your journey. And I want to encourage you on this screen today to count every part in. Leave no parts out and leave no parts undone. Count yourself in this time around and watch your life go to the next level. Be encouraged.
Woo! Precious, where's the offering run? Precious, you are on fire. Oh my goodness. Thank you for those nuggets. And I was like, whew, girl, bring it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Wow, Precious, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. I have chills on that. Whew. I need to watch the replay and all. So, Precious, one of my questions is, when did you realize that, hey, I'm stopped. I'm not no longer counting myself out. I'm counting myself in. When did you realize that you were at that place to stop counting yourself out?
Man, I realized that I've had it several times in my journey. It wasn't just a one-time realization. I've had to have it coming up when opportunities presented itself to me, and I never saw anybody in my family do it. And I had to say, Precious, count yourself in. You have a skill set. You're going off to college, even though nobody else has gone. You need to count yourself in because you can do it. And then I get there and I surpass that and I do well there. Then it's the next opportunity for life and jobs and promotions. And it's like, oh, I've never seen anybody do it. Precious, it's okay to swim that deep. It's okay to keep going. So then the job opportunity presents itself and I go after that. Then relationships, Precious, you've never taken a risk that way. It's okay. You've never seen anybody do it, or you've seen people do it and it was a disappointment. It's okay. Count yourself in. So it was at different moments in my life because of whatever in my background or whatever I saw I didn't see. I counted myself out because of it. And I started saying, no, I need to count myself in. I have something. I have something inside of me. And clearly, if I'm able to get over this hump, I can get over the next hump. If I can get through this, I can get through that.
That's good. That's good right there. And I like the way you said, bring your pain, count your pain in, count that emotion in, count all of that in, because that's the only thing that makes you you. And you need to hear that in order to rise up too. Wow. I never thought of that because, Precious, I was embarrassed of my story, my upbringing. Mm-hmm. But when I see that, hey, I'm not going nowhere, it's just, what it's doing, just causing me pain, heartaches, anger, embarrassment, shame. Okay, someone needs to know that in spite of what you're going through, you can rise. That's not yes.
Now count the embarrassment in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is so true, because some young girl need to hear that. Yes, I was embarrassed too. Yes, I was shamed too. You're gonna you don't need to stay there. So wow, that is good. That is good. Awesome. And my last question, would it be my last? What advice can you give to someone that has counted themselves? Well, they try not to count themselves out, but however, circumstances keep throwing at them and, they're like, you know what? Nothing is going to happen. You might as well say it is what it is. What advice can you give that person?
Yeah. To the person that feels like their back is up against the wall, you're in a good space. Because in that space, you're in a place for a miracle to happen in your life. Mm-hmm. I like to say, when your back is up against the wall, don't fret. Actually, it's a good place to be in because your hands are up and you can fully surrender all of your thriving, all of your striving, everything that you've been trying to do to make it happen. I'm up. Okay, I can't anymore. Look, I can't anymore. And then life and God or universe, whatever whatever you believe in says, okay, now I can move on your behalf. Now I can get through for you. And so for the person that wants to keep counting themselves out, just because your back up is up against the wall does not mean that it's not, you still can't be counted in. It's all about how you view where you are when your back is up against the wall. Your outlook will determine how you count yourself in.
Mm.
Because when my back is up against the wall, it's actually a good time for me to count myself in because a miracle is getting ready to happen in my life. So I encourage that person to don't give up and to stay the course and to keep your eyes on where it is that you are headed. Because if you can keep looking there, you can get there, regardless of what the obstacles come to test if you really mean where you're headed. The obstacles come to test if you really mean where you headed. So just because something hit where you headed does not mean you're still not supposed to go that way.
Mm.
So keep your eyes on where you're headed and don't let the obstacle keep you from where it is you're trying to go.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And Precious, what tools do you use to keep you going, keep you motivated, keep you, just so bubbly and inspiring on this journey?
Yeah, I listen to my own motivational clips, Delisha. I of course listen to my favorite Dr. Miles Monroe and Les Brown, of course, my two top, Lisa Nichols. I have a bunch of people out there that I'm inspired by. I'll read books. I of course take care of my own spiritual insides because I have to be healthy and well myself. I meditate, I pray, and I got a strong, positive, supportive network around me that pushes me to say, Precious, hold up now. You can't stop now.
Mm.
You got too much inside of you, girl. You come too far. So the tools are support systems, your own personal development tools, whether that's podcasts, YouTube, or books, and just what you say to yourself. I have a lot of positive affirmations, and I feed myself the right things because if you don't feed yourself the right things, the negative things are gonna ultimately, the wrong things are gonna feed you.
Mm-hmm. That is so true. Mr. Les Brown did say, what you focus on, that's who you become. So,
Mhm.
yes, it is absolutely so true. So, Precious, once again, thank you for enlightening us on your journey. Oh my goodness, we appreciate this. You dropped some nuggets, you dropped some nuggets, you dropped some gems, you dropped all of that. So, we thank you again for sharing this time with us. And any last nugget that you would like to leave, and where can someone find you?
Yes, you can find me Precious Simone Inspires on Instagram, Precious Smith on Facebook, Precious Simone Inspires my page. You can like that on Facebook as well. You can find me on YouTube, Precious Simone Inspires. My encouragement is similar to the title, count yourself in, give yourself a chance, give yourself the chance it deserves, give your life the chance it deserves, give your dreams a chance, give your desires a chance, and quit letting pain be the reason you can't move forward, quit letting disappointments be the reason you can't move forward. Allow them to drive the reason that you move forward, and you can start seeing the moment you count all of that stuff in, watch your life propel and catapult to the next level. You have what it takes, but you got to count yourself in to be able to see it. Be encouraged.
That's good. You have what it takes, but you must see yourself there first. That's
Yes, yes.
Again, thank you for joining Carmel Lyons and come on in here. Sydney Bowlegs, counting myself in. This is the
Yes.
last time I'm counting myself out. I'm included in that number. I'm the one. I'm the one. The whole story needed. Show
Yes.
big self.
Listen.
Good word. And bring it, lady.
Listen.
Good job
Yes.
putting it together.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
It's not for somebody else. So many times we think it's for somebody else. Why is it always for somebody else and not you too? I had
Mm,
to start telling myself that, Precious, hold on, why come it's not for you too? Why the only person you start thinking of is everybody else? Why come when you count who should be there, you don't count yourself in?
mm,
Listen to that. How come when you consider everybody else who should be at the table, why didn't your name make the list?
mm.
Oh no, baby. It's because my limited thinking. But you best believe, Delisha, now I be precious. Precious, Delisha. And I deserve to be on that list. I deserve to be at the table too, but I stopped counting myself in. Now I be precious. I deserve to be in the room. Can I be in there?
That is so true. That is so true. Thank you again, Precious. Oh my goodness, we are so inspired by your story. Continue going because you are doing an amazing job. Yes, you inspire me to keep pushing, keep being motivated.
Yeah, thank you. I'm encouraged. Thank you for having me. Bless you all out there. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Level up your confidence and count yourself in. You deserve to be there, okay?
Awesome. So again, thank you for joining. We appreciate your likes, your comments, and share. And please go follow our page on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. What else? Facebook. If you haven't
Facebook.
liked yet, continue to like. And to you who need to reach out, to you who needs to find your purpose or you want to build your confidence and need a hand, I'm asking you to reach out to me. I'm always here and available. Just send me a DM or perhaps put a message in a comment. I'll be happy to chat with you. Yes. So again, thank you for joining, and remember that your story matters, your voice matters, and count yourself in. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever part of the world you are watching this. We appreciate you and see you next time on Leveling Up Your Confidence. It looks good on you. Have a good one.